welcome to the Woodward Sports pregame show. My name is Stick. This is Anson, and I'm going for that handlebar thing today. You see that? The handlebar's happening, man. It's happening. So if you see me walking down the street, holler at me with my handlebar mustache. As always, like we do, if you want to guess the score of today's game, we will give away a Woodward Sports t-shirt. So just drop your comment below what you think the Lions versus the Cardinals score. This is legit, man. You didn't see this, did you?
I didn't.
Look at that. Look at that.
Somebody's got to rep Minshew this week.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. But either way, welcome to the pregame show. I cannot believe this is already week 3. It seems like just yesterday I was walking around downtown when there was absolutely no tailgaters down there, and nobody was down there for the opening game of the season, and the Lions promptly blew the lead. But that was 2 weeks ago. Last week, they got their ass kicked thoroughly, so from front to back. So what are we going to get out of the Lions today, Anson? That is the question. What do you think?
I think another thorough ass kicking.
I hope not.
Quite honest.
I hope not. Why do you think it's going to be an ass whooping?
I just, this young group of defenders that we have put together with some weird, I guess, free agents that have never kind of clicked together. I hate our defense. They're terrible. We're going up against one of the most exciting young offenses that I've looked at in a long time.
But this is our second year playing them, so, maybe the second time around, Patricia can draw up some schemes, or is he never going to...
another time.
You think best another time?
Best case scenario is another time, man.
And we got to say what's up to Sean, Raquel, Gary, and Greg all watching right now. Thank you guys for watching. So, yeah, I'm also concerned about the Lions, but as any true Lions fan will tell you, no matter how much you think they're going to get their ass kicked, that's the games they win.
Absolutely,
that's
man.
the games they come back, and you're like,
that on the way over.
Oh my God, they're actually decent. Like, this is the type of game that the Lions just suck you in. They pull you back in because everybody's like 0-2, season's over. Then it's like, holy shit, we beat the Cardinals. We can do this if we get to 2-2 next week. But that's a quarter of the season, and we're 50%. We're 500. We can do this. So it's tough for me to ever count the Lions out. 90% of me says for sure we're going to lose, but 10% of me knows this is the Lions, baby. And the most Lions thing you can do is knock a guy out when you're expected to lose.
Well, and the Cardinals are already kind of anointed by everybody at this point.
Right.
It would be a great upset for the Lions to come out here and get this win.
I would love to see Kyler Murray become human for a game. Maybe throw 3 interceptions or just something that we haven't seen out of him. Because so far, since the first game of the last season, or actually first game of last season, second half, kid's been on fire.
Well, the Lions have a knack for launching guys' careers, or a guy that's struggling and then he sees the Lions in week 4 and all of a sudden he clicks.
Right.
That's what happened last year. We gave Kyler his coming out party. So
yeah, we did.
If there's any kind of intrigue on the Lions side, it's the fact that we know that was the game that really spun us in the wrong direction last season.
Yeah, that was an opening season dick kick, like Sean just mentioned. And then you can't forget about the opening season dick kick the year before against Sam Darnold. So lots of dick kicks early in the season for Lions fans, late in the season and mid-season. So
always a swift kick to the dick.
But today's game, I don't know. I got a feeling like a tip ball, something like that, something to change the momentum, something that can give us something to feel good about this season.
Kenny Galladay's one thing that's going to help today.
That's
for sure.
I'm excited that he's back, but even from his own mouth, he's not 100%. So that kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I don't want to bring a guy back that's not 100%.
Absolutely.
Especially a Kenny Galladay, because if he gets hurt today, what the hell are we going to do the rest of the season?
Big
if
trouble.
He's pushing it to come back for an 0-2 team, I don't know if that's the best thing. But having that guy in the lineup, knowing that they have to slant their defense a little bit, knowing that it's going to open up Amendola, Hockenson, he had a great game against the Cardinals last year, so hopefully he can do it again. Also, he's in my fantasy lineup, so I want that to happen. I'm really interested to see some of these matchups today. Another matchup I'm interested about, Jeff Okudah against Hopkins. How do you think that's going to go?
I think it's going to go one way, and it's going to go all day, and that's going to be to nuke, man. I think Okudah didn't look at home. He didn't look comfortable last week.
He looked like me. He looked like if you put me out there on Adams, I would just be like, oh, well, see you, guy. Thanks.
And we're talking about running man all day today. We don't have the personnel to be able to do that and to be able to keep up with the Flamers that they have. I mean, they got some burners over there in Phoenix, man, and Nuke has really opened that offense wide up. I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm
you
scared
got
of what happens
Hopkins,
today.
you got Fitzgerald. I know Christian Kirk is out, so that leaves Andy Isabella as the 3, who has some speed. He only makes big plays. I'm really scared for our defense this week. And then you factor in Kyler Murray, all 5'2" of him, can run like hell.
Yeah.
What do you think? How many rushing yards do you think Kyler Murray is going to put up? So far, he's averaging about 75 a game.
I'd put the over-under at about 60, 65 right now.
I'm taking the over for sure on that.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Lions, get this. I looked up this stat this morning. I don't think I've ever heard this for a professional football team. Through 2 weeks, the Lions, the Detroit Lions, have allowed an average of 204 yards on the ground.
Really?
204 a game! A game!
Oh, man.
Dude,
Detroit style, baby.
That is... Have you ever heard of that? Like, even if it's like 120, you're like, man, that is a shitty run defense. They're giving up 120 yards a game. Over 200!
Does it surprise you?
Yes! Yes!
Does it surprise you guys? I'm not, man. Nothing surprising me with these guys at
Yes.
this point.
I mean, I got to look up what the NFL all-time record is, but that has to be up there as potentially the worst defense of all time. 200 yards a game on the ground. And honestly, they're like 204 on the ground, and it's like 218 through the air. Like, what is going on with that defense?
When you're handing the ball over a couple extra times a game, I mean, that's what's going to happen. We'd love to give the rock up.
I don't know, man. You can't let up 75-yard runs. You know, Kenyon Drake, we'll see what he's made of today. That's a guy the Lions could have gotten last year. Get this. The Lions got Kenyon Drake for a 5th-round pick. The Lions traded, what was it, Slay or Quinn did they get that 5th-round pick for? It was Slay, right? Yeah, they traded the 5th-round pick. Then they drafted Huntley, cut Huntley, and now Huntley is back on the Philadelphia Eagles. So we could have traded our 5th-round pick for Kenyon Drake, who was looking to be a top 5, top 10 fantasy running back. And instead, we took that 5th-round pick, drafted a guy, cut him, signed Adrian Peterson, and now he's picking up being played in the league like by Philadelphia. And he actually played last week.
That's Quintricia football at its finest.
That is fucking insane, man. That is what breaks my heart as a Lion. Like, you could have done so many things with that 5th-round pick, and you just decide to piss it away. That could have been Kenyon Drake. We could have had Kenyon Drake.
And what's going to happen today is he's struggled the first 2 weeks of the season. He's going to have a coming-out party, 120 on the ground, another 50 in the air.
So
2 touchdowns, mark my words. Kenyon Drake gets in twice today.
So let's see. We got Hopkins having a breakout game. We got Murray having a breakout game.
Well, Hopkins
we got Isabella potentially having a breakout game.
Those guys, yes. Hopkins has already been crushing the league.
And then
he's gonna step on.
Then we got Drake.
Today.
So 4 breakout games coming your way for the Arizona Cardinals today.
I'm calling at least 2, man, for sure.
I hope that. Watch the Lions hold them to just a field goal. Like,
I mean, I still want them to win.
Your mind.
I'm still a Lion lover, but I'm just being realistic, brother.
All right, so let's get into the over-under for the game. You think it's going to be a shootout?
I think it's going to be under-enjoyable and over quick, that's for sure.
Well, the over is 55.5. 55.5. So what are you taking on that? And by the way, if you guess the Lions score, you can type your score below. You'll see a bunch of people doing that right now. We will give out a Woodward Sports t-shirt. We will send it to you. I'll bring it to your house. We can meet up somewhere if you don't feel comfortable with me with your address, which I completely understand. But I'll get you the t-shirt somehow. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to say what's up to Tanya, Kenny, Kim, and what do you think? Over or under, Anson?
Man, I went with the over earlier in the week, and I was wrong, but I like the over again here. I think it's going to be a lot of loose game, and it's going to afford a lot of opportunity to score.
Okay, so 55.5, you're going over. I want to see this. I want to see an offensive explosion. Yeah. Like, if anything else, I want to be entertained today. That's all I'm looking for out of this game. If the Lions get their ass kicked, they get their ass kicked.
But it's entertaining.
But right? I want an entertaining ass kick. Like, how fun is it when you're hyped up for a big fight that you've seen at a bar or whatever, and it's just like one guy's just wailing, and you're like, man, that sucks. Right. But when 2 guys are really going at it, they're swinging on each other like the UFC fights last night. It's like, yeah. And that's what I want to see. Just punch for punch for punch. I want Stafford to throw for 500 yards. Like, I want an aerial assault. Let's unleash it today, Lions.
That's what we got out of these two teams last year, so hopefully we get a repeat of that.
All right. Lions minus 5.5. And that's changed. Earlier in the morning, it was 6.5. So a little bit of Vegas starting to squeeze towards the Lions, baby. Can't go wrong with Vegas. What are you taking? Are you taking the points?
Nope.
Lions minus 5.5. So
No.
what do you think the score is going to be then?
I bet against the Lions all the time, man. It's very profitable for me.
There was an interesting prop bet I heard about, too. You could take the Lions minus 3 for the first quarter. Yeah, and that's interesting because they have started out well the past 2 games.
I like that.
You would take that bet?
I do like that.
So you think the Lions will at least be within 3?
They don't embarrass themselves until at least the second quarter.
Yeah. Well, you never know. This could be our game where we could come out and just lay the fuck
ourselves
down.
in the first period.
So that is the Lions pregame for today. Obviously, the game's not on until 4:25, so you got time to do whatever you want. The 1 o'clock game. I forget who's on the schedule. We pretty much get to see all of the NFC North today. I know the Vikings game is going to be on our local TV. I know the Packers game is going to be on. I think the only one we don't see is the Bears.
To me, I feel like this is week 1. I feel like the first 2 weeks were kind of preseason. I think today we're going to see a lot more of what we're going to see to come for the rest of the year. So I'm excited for this Sunday for sure.
Yeah. Who out of the 3 running backs that we have, who do you think is going to have the biggest game? Do you think it's going to be Swift? Do you think it's going to be Peterson?
I think Swift has his day today. I think we're going to be playing from behind, so we're going to see a lot of passing game action for him. But he's looked good between the tackles too, and I think they get him a little more opportunity.
Man, that first drive last week with that touchdown to carry on looked. We need more of that. More of that. Like, here's the deal with Matt Patricia. I think he's a shitty coach, but he clearly, if you give him time to game plan, like he should be our pre-game coach, and then we should have an in-game coach to make adjustments, because that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, Matt Patricia can clearly draw up a scheme for the first quarter. Like, can we give him that?
Sure. I mean, the Lions need about 20 coaches, in my opinion.
I get that, but we should, like, hand it off. Like, he should not be our full-time coach. It's like, all right, you're going to help scheme all week, and then in-game decisions, we're going to hand back to Jim Caldwell.
He should not be our full-time coach. I will agree with that.
Yes. Make me your let me handle in-game decisions. Like, I'm really good at Madden. I can do this shit, I promise. And I always wish that, like, the Lions, if they start out the season 0-9, they should give a fan like me a chance to call a play. Just a play. I'm not talking about the whole, like, I should be able,
They'd probably be better off giving you a whole series.
Oh my God, I could destroy it with the whole series. Like, I really feel like I could offensively out-scheme a lot of people with the Lions.
What would your next move be? Would you be trading for Van Jefferson? And
I would trade for any Orchard Lake St. Mary's wide receiver. That's definitely what I would do. Anson, show off your shirt. People are commenting on it. Yeah.
This is original 1990s. We'll be busting a lot of these bad boys out. This is Eastern Conference Finals from some decent guy from Chicago, and then the best
player
from Chicago at the time.
The best player from Chicago ever, and Michael Jordan. Yeah. So, Isaiah Thomas, that's an old school shirt.
Yes, sir.
I got the new school Woodward Sports, and once again, guess your score below. If you get it right, I will send you a t-shirt. It doesn't matter if 45 people get it right. We're sending out 45 t-shirts.
There we go.
Except I don't have 45, so I have to order them, so be patient if that many people get it right. But we want to get you some t-shirts, some Woodward Sports t-shirts, so please guess the score. Thank you all for watching. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Sean. Kenny again. Brad is watching right now. Woodward Sports, make sure you share this. Make sure you let people know about us. We got a big announcement happening this week with Woodward Sports. I'm talking, like, this is going to be a lot of fun to announce. So,
very exciting.
So hopefully you guys have been following us along. We've been slowly building the page on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube if you want to see all the videos that we put up. We already got some great podcasts underneath our umbrella, the Michigan Canacast, the Art of Combat. We brought this guy on board, Anson Wells, Mr. Eastside, known to party. And just wait till you see the kind of content
Late night sports coming your way.
Yeah, Anson's going to be there like shirtless, just talking sports about 11 p.m. in our studio. So get ready for that.
More like 2 a.m. One of the 2 a.m. We'll be all over it. Nighttime has got some fun stuff ahead of us.
So we got some really big things planned. We already got a Woodward Sports vehicle. I'm not going to confirm who's given that to us yet, but we're sponsoring that. We got some great partners coming aboard. And if you want to be a partner of ours, just get a hold of me, Stick nick@woodwardsports.com is my email. This is something that we're doing for Detroit. We're just a couple of guys from Detroit. Anson used to go to pretty much every Piston game. He was known as the heckler.
Detroit heckler.
And what did Jerry Sloan say about you?
Said I was the best heckler in the NBA.
I'm glad he said that about you, but I really feel like I am a pretty good heckler because the 2 times I've been able to sit courtside at a Pistons game, I had James Posey tell me to shut the fuck up, and I had Antoine Walker tell me to shut the fuck up.
Honestly, at that point, it's all about getting them to engage with you.
If
they're
man.
thinking about you, their mind's off the ball.
Corliss Williamson was schooling Posey this game, just taking him on the block all game. That's when Posey played for Memphis. I'm like, fuck it, this guy can't guard you, Corliss. This guy's trash. I'm just screaming at him the whole game. Corliss hits this little layup, and he runs down the court just nodding at me. And, that makes you puff up your chest even more and feel good about it. And the next time down the floor, I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, Posey can't guard you. Posey ended up fouling out with 4 points. And while he's walking off the court, I'm like, you had more fouls than you did points. You fucking suck. And he turns around and he goes, man, shut the fuck up. And I was like, yeah, I win. I win.
That's pretty much it, man. Once you get them to engage with you, everything changes.
Yeah, so shout out to James Posey. Thanks for a great memory. Shout out to Antoine Walker and the pack of hot dogs he used to keep on the back of your neck. That was always fun to make fun of.
It's a glandular problem.
How do you have that? But either way, let's get back to the Lions. Let's see. I didn't get my over-under. I am going to take the over. I hope this is a shootout. I see this going back and forth. And Lions minus 5.5. Let's do it. I'm going to take the Lions to hang tight. I want to do it.
You taking them to win?
Not to win. I'm taking the points. I think maybe like a Prater field goal is going to get them within 6 in the last couple minutes, and that'll cover the spread for us. So
there you go.
Let's do it. Let's go Lions.
Got the leg, man.
Game day. Detroit Lions. 4:25 start. They're in Arizona. We got this. We got to beat the Cardinals. If we go 0-3. I don't want to hop on here
Bye-bye, Quintricia.
after the game and have to do another shitty post game. I want to be like, the Lions won, we did it!
Listen, I'm being realistic, but I want to win, man. I want to dub. Come on. Honestly, we've got a schedule that if we can get this win today, we've got a nice little opportunity to make some waves here.
Yeah, let's get Kyler Murray.
Kool-Aid.
Let's contain him.
Man, I just could hear myself drinking the Kool-Aid.
Thanks to Adam for watching. Thanks to Dale. My mom is watching, as always. Shout out to Dawn. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate your support. Let's go Lions. It's game day. I'm going to be hanging out at my house all day. If you guys want to chat back and forth, hit me up on any of our social media, Woodward Sports. We are everywhere. We going to end this?
See ya.
My mom thinks the Cardinals are going to win.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my parents moved to Arizona, and as soon as they did, all of a sudden, Arizona this, Arizona, it's like, no.
That's tough. That's a hard thing to switch over to.
Yeah, it's tough.
Hard to get away from the Lions, man.
Go Lions.